morning, rascal. What are you doing? You gonna hang out and talk highlighters today? You don't need any, you're too beautiful. Hey everyone, and welcome back to today's video. So today we are gonna talk about my top 5 favorite drugstore highlighters. I've mentioned in some previous videos that I have found some really awesome drugstore highlighters that would rival my high-end highlighters. Like, these are ones you could put on your cheeks and you would have no idea that they're from the drugstore. They are really good, and these are definitely my favorites. I have found some new ones. I have a couple older ones that are just like loved from a long time ago that I do still pull out. So let's just get into my top 5. All right, let's start out with this one right here. This is the Maybelline Master Strobing Liquid. This is in the number 100 Light Iridescent. It's a liquid slash kind of cream highlighter. It's so super beautiful on your cheeks. You guys know I love my liquid and cream type of products, bronzers, highlighters, blush, I mean, you name it, they just blend right into your skin and they just kind of become one with your skin. They look super natural. So I tried this one. I thought this looked, really interesting, and it is so beautiful. It comes out like this, and I just take it with my fingers and dab it into my skin. I also use a beauty blender with it, and I mean, you can see how gorgeous it is. It does not have any like chunky shimmers to it whatsoever. It's very smooth on the skin, and it gives you such a beautiful looking glow that just looks like your skin is like radiant and glowing. And when you tap it on those cheekbones, it really just makes your cheeks pop. So this is definitely a favorite of mine. I actually have this one on today with another of the powder ones that I'm going to show you on top of it. Just a little combination, which I love that you can do that with the cream ones too. You can add them first and then layer it with the powder on top, which just gives it a little something extra. But this is a beautiful drugstore option. Are you waiting for me? You want to play? You're silly. All right, so I might as well show you guys what I have on my cheeks over top of that liquid Maybelline one. It's the e.l.f. highlighter. This is the Moonlight Pearls. And do you guys remember when I first tried this and I thought it was absolutely horrible because it actually has like a hard kind of layer, like shell on top of it? But the more you use it, the product becomes more pigmented, and then it is amazing. Like, this highlighter is so good, and I think it was like $2.99. It is absolutely such a gorgeous highlighter. Super smooth again, not chunky, not shimmery, just the way I like my highlighters, but this will give you such a beautiful glow again to your skin. But look at that, the color is absolutely beautiful. That is what is on my cheekbones, again, over top of the Maybelline, so you can see that's the combination that I use today. And this one is just beautiful. I mean, you can use this one alone even, and it's so gorgeous. I've used this alone many times, and even Brian, my husband's like, what's the highlight you're wearing today? He likes this e.l.f. one. He always seems to comment when I'm wearing that e.l.f. one. It's gorgeous. All right, we're gonna turn it back a little bit now in time because this is such an oldie but a goodie. I bought this, oh my gosh, years ago, like when I first started YouTube, I feel like. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon. It's an actual bronzer, but it is not a bronzer. It is super light, and it gives off the most gorgeous natural glow to your cheeks. And this is one that I've used for years to give me that natural highlight. I mean, I keep this in my drawer because I still pull this one out. It's really beautiful. Like I said, I have no idea how they call this a bronzer unless you are like really, really pale, I guess. Even then, no, I still don't see it as a bronzer. Now, this one doesn't have that actual kind of like iridescent glow to it that most highlighters have. It's matte, but the color of it and the way it plays off your cheeks does give that kind of slight glow, but like in a natural kind of matte way. Do you know what I mean? Which I really like sometimes when you're just going for that more like not in your face, like really crazy highlighter type of situation. On days where you just want to kind of look more natural, that's funny, but you know what I mean. When days when you want to look more natural with your makeup and you don't want to see that glowing, crazy, like in your face highlighter, this is just super pretty. And this is one of those highlighters that I feel like you probably are gonna think I'm crazy by telling you that this is one of my favorites, because looking at it right here, you're gonna think, what? Like, that's not, glowy, that's not a highlighter. But when you do have it on your cheeks, it does give off that natural highlight look without being super glowy at all. And I don't know, it's just been one of my favorites for a long time. I had to include it in this video because it's gorgeous, and I personally like sometimes a more natural highlight and something that's a little bit more matte and not so crazy, even though I do love my good highlighters. But this is a good option for more of that matte natural look. Hope that makes sense. All right, here's another one that I've used for a while. I talked about this way back when on my channel. It's the L'Oreal True Match Lumi. I have 2 shades of these. This one's my absolute favorite one though. This is the Rose, I believe. Neutral undertone rose is what it says on it. But this gives you such a perfect glow to the cheeks. It's a little bit more natural where it's not like in your face glow, but it does give you a great radiance to your skin. And again, it's super smooth. It's not chunky. It's not shimmery. It's really a pretty highlighter. And then here it is swatched on my hand. You can see how it's not anything crazy shiny, but it's a beautiful, beautiful look on your cheeks. That's just a definite favorite of mine. I still pull that out. It just makes your cheeks look gorgeous. It is beautiful. And last but not least here, this is a newer one that I've just been recently talking about here on YouTube. It's the Wet n Wild Megaglo Highlighting Powder. This is in the shade Precious Petals, and Megaglo Highlighter is the perfect name for this highlighter because it gives off a beautiful, more intense glow to the cheeks. Now, this is something that I am drawn to because I do love my days where I just want to be like glowing to the heavens. Like, I love that. So on days where I'm really looking for that type of highlight, this one is gorgeous. Like, absolutely stunning, smooth, not chunky, not shimmering. It goes on flawlessly on your cheekbones. All of these last all day. You don't have to worry about them disappearing in the middle of the day or anything like that. But this one is more of like a peachy kind of champagne color, I want to say. I mean, look at that. Look at how beautiful that is. I mean, doesn't that just do something to you right there when you look at that glow? I mean, it's gorgeous. And I love this Wet n Wild. And I think, again, this was around, I don't know, I forget how much this was, maybe like $4, something like that, $4 or $5. And it is one of the most beautiful highlighters. You would never think that this was that inexpensive. So this definitely is a favorite. So those are my top 5 drugstore highlighters that if you do not own any of these, if you have not tried any of these, you definitely need to get your butt to the drugstore, pick them up, because I'm telling you, they will rival your high-end highlighters for sure. These are all amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed my picks. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. But thank you guys all so much for taking the time to hang out with me today. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.